Hey there, half-ass travelers. We're coming to you today from the Florida RV Supershow in Tampa, Florida. And today we're going to be looking at some units that are near and dear to our heart. We're going to be looking at some Class Cs that do not have slides. Now, why is it important that we highlight some Class Cs without slides? Well, if you've been following our channel, you know that we've had some issues with our slides. We've had some leakage. A lot of people will not buy an RV. They're adamant they won't buy an RV with a slide because they know that with slides come a whole slew of possible issues that they could be having, maintenance and breakage problems. So
leaks.
We figured that we would do a series. We're going to be doing a series of videos on Class Cs without slides. Our first videos are going to be, we're going to be looking at the Pleasure Way. The Pleasure Way model. They've got two, the XLTS and the XLRB. And
that was a number 2 last year, right?
Yes, when we did the, when we were at the RV show, we were looking for our RV. Yes, it ranked number 2. So we hope you enjoy the video. And we're going to be doing that right after these important messages from the Half-Ass Travelers.
Hey there, I'm Rose.
And I'm Dan. And we are the Half-Ass Travelers. You may remember our video last year, Finding the Perfect RV. We narrowed it down to our 4 favorite RVs at the show, and we actually purchased our number 1 choice. However, you may remember number 2 was the Pleasure Way XLTS. Well, we're back here in 2025, and the Pleasure Way XLTS has seen a few changes, and it is really nice. And Pleasure Way has also added another floor plan kind of model that is similar to the XLTS. So we're really excited to show you these 2 units from Pleasure Way. Well, half-assers, we got a real treat here. We've got Marshall from Pleasure Way, and he's going to tell us the 6 things that are brand new for the Pleasure Way models XLTS and the XLRB this year. In fact, the RB is a brand new unit.
That's correct, yeah. RB came out in September. We debuted it at Hershey, Pennsylvania at the show there, and we're fortunate enough to have 2 of them here at the show here in Tampa this year. But for 2025, we've done a couple of changes. We feel that we have a very, very good product, and it's been reputable for 38, 39 years now. So for 25, it's just a few cosmetic changes. The first thing you're going to notice when you're inside the van is our new acoustic walls. They're wood slatted, so a little more durable, a little easier to clean, and we feel for the next 10, 15, 20 years of ownership, our customers are going to see a lot less issues with the interior walls. We've gone to Moen faucets for the sink and shower in the restroom and in the kitchen sink there. Moen faucets, as you're aware, they have a lifetime warranty, and we're not using any of those little RV faucets and sinks anymore. We put a front mount for the Lagoon table. That way you can utilize the front passenger seat to have a little dining area up front versus just having it in the rear, and it also swings around to become a little more of a kitchen counter extension when you're using the kitchen. The exterior, we did a new smart plug for our 30 amp power cord, a lot easier to connect to the vehicle, and it has a little light on board showing you that you do have power transmitting to the vehicle from the camp post. And the biggest change I think for the year would have to be our increased warranty for our lithium batteries. We've been using lithium batteries since 2016. We had a 1-year warranty on them originally, and since they've proven themselves over the ownership period of our all of our sales, we increased that warranty to match the Pleasure Way's 5-year freedom warranty. Other than that, you're only going to see black locking latches around all the cabinets where we used to have silver ones. But yeah, simple little changes for 2025, but we just focused on building a very strong product with a great reputation, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
Marshall, thanks a lot for providing this information to our viewers.
Yeah.
We can't wait to take a look at them.
You got it. Enjoy.
All right, thanks. This is the Pleasure Way, a 2025 Pleasure Way Plateau XLRB, and it is all new for the 2025 model year. It looks very similar to the XLTS on the outside. It's on the Mercedes chassis, which we know and love. It's got this beautiful paint, the silver paint with the graphic details on the side. It's a gorgeous unit from the outside. We like the chrome rims. Sometimes we're kind of partial to the black rims, but the chrome rims really work in contrast with the rest of the gray. While we're out here, we're going to go ahead and do the outside first. We're going to spin this around because there's a lot of exciting things on the inside as well. So we'll save that for later. The first thing you notice when you come up is this huge awning, and you'll see that there is an LED light strip in the awning that's on the outside of the awning rather than up against the RV. We've seen it both ways. It's very, I don't want to say minimalist. There's a lot here, but when everything's closed up, it's very sleek. Is that the word you would use, Rose? She's nodding, yes. Okay, so it's very sleek. So you've got the door here right behind your passenger door, and the reason this is so close is because this is a very compact RV. You could almost fit this in a normal parking space. It would probably hang over just a bit, but very easy to access places that may be a little tight for a larger RV. Back behind the door, you've got this, first of all, you got this handle, which is really nice, and then a large storage container with this kind of, you see this underneath? That's a nice little feature there to keep everything from rattling and to protect it. We like that these doors open up and get completely out of the way. You can see they lock. But then you just pull this little tab out and it gets completely out of the way. A lot of times with these ones that flip up, they don't come all the way up, so it's real hard to access them, but this one makes it very easy. You can see you've got a propane quick connect for your grill and a couple of 120 outlets right here where they need to be. So if you're hanging out right out, you got your table here, you got your propane grill, it's all in the perfect place. This is a little bit exciting. You got an access panel here, and this is where they hid the 2500 liquid propane Onan generator. And then right above that, really new feature for Pleasure Way. We haven't seen this before. Ta-da! Look at this garage. And it's one of those garages similar to the Echo and the Condor and the Granite Ridge, where it goes all the way through. 3 doors, access the entire garage. You could store e-bikes in there. You could store regular bikes in there. You could store one of those inflatable paddle boards that you don't even have to deflate all the way. You can get it in there. Yeah, it's very nice. There's lights in here. There's also some 120 outlets in here, which is useful if you've got stuff back here that you want to keep charged, like your e-bikes. On the back here, got a nice big window. You can see the reverse camera and the cameras, all of the lights, trailer hitch. And you've got your lights connection for the trailer hitch. That's pretty much standard. If I were a betting man, I don't have the key to open this, but this looks like a quick fill or a non-threaded water fill for the fresh water tank. So you can fill that if you're in a campground that doesn't necessarily have a threaded hose connection and you still want to fill your fresh tank. So that's a good thing. You've got your exhaust pipes all coming out the back. That way they're not blowing exhaust into your outdoor living space. As we move around, I want to put this down because I want to show you inside here. You've also got another access panel, and this is for hoses or for your water lines. Very easy to access. All you have to do is move whatever you've got stored there out of the way. And then over here, you've got another one of these compartments. This one doesn't go all the way up flush, but it gets out of the way a pretty good amount. And this is a good storage space for all of the things you're going to need when you're hooking and unhooking to your water and waste. You got the exhaust for your water heaters and cabin heater. You got the window there. We don't want to spoil anything with what's behind that window, but you can see it's these awning style windows. Also, I like this design. There's no like frame around the windows, kind of frameless. It's very modern. It's very, very classy looking. Here's a sneak preview of what's going to be inside. All right, that's enough. We don't want to get into too much of a preview. Continuing on, you've got this awning style window to the bathroom, another awning style window to a forward living area. And here's the quick connect that he was talking about. That's brand new for 2025. Very similar to the quick connect that we have on our Tiffin Wayfarer. And then you've got some more connections here, the LP gas on off switch, as well as your city water connection. And up under here, you've got your sewer hose pipe and your propane fill. And you see they've got a nice storage area for the sewage pipe. And then you've also got an outdoor shower here under lock and key, and some little running boards. This is enough for getting in and out, and it's got the non-skid surface on it. As far as the overall look, I mean, we've seen this quite a bit. It's pretty standard for Pleasure Way. It doesn't look much different from the 2024 models, but we loved the look of the 2024 models, so that's great that they didn't make many changes to that. All right, are you ready to go inside, Rose? Because I certainly am. Let's go. First thing we noticed before we went in, as you can see, it's just a single step. That's all you need because it's nice and low to the ground. And then in the door, it's a standard RV door, but it's got this frosted glass. We like the frosted glass. You don't have to have a shade there necessarily. It also has a screen door, which is pretty much standard design, the separate screen. We've seen on a couple of the new models like the Lineage from Grand Design, where the screen door kind of is one of those pull-out screen doors. We kind of like that too, but this is no problem. This is not in the way at all when you're operating the door. So we're good to go with that. Look at the floor. Rose loves this faux wood floor. And what's this here? An access panel. Look at that, shoe storage. And look, see the way that's connected? 4 magnets, that's it. You put your shoes right there, pop them right out, stick your shoes in there. You don't have to track mud and dirt through the whole RV. That is genius. And you got your fire extinguisher here. So they have the driver's seat and the passenger seat kind of spun around in this one. We usually don't see that. Usually they've got them at the shows straightforward, but I'm glad they did that because the cockpit's pretty much the standard Mercedes cockpit. I don't see many changes, if any. They do have a little texture on the plastic, which is nice. It's also got the standard storage for your phones and stuff up underneath, under the dash, as well as the visors and the little storage spaces over the visors, all the lights and accoutrements. What is nice is, oh my God, this leather. This is something new for this year. Look at how, honey, feel that leather, how soft that is. Oh my God, it's beautiful.
Very nice.
We do wish it was a lighter color, but it's really so comfortable. And as far as using these seats for the living area, this is perfect. It is so comfortable. This is a really comfortable seating position. Both these seats are high enough where you can feel like you're sitting in a regular chair. And they've got this lagoon table connection here. This is new, and it's also another lagoon table mount over there. So you can put the table on either side, but they've got this setup here where you can sit facing, you can play cards, you can use this as a dining area. If you spin it like this, you can have a dining area for 2 people. It's really an interesting use of the space. This is actually usable. We don't usually like the forward lounge kind of area, but this is usable. Right outside the driver's compartment, this is unusual. We don't usually see storage like this between the door and the driver's compartment. But look at this, there's an extra storage cabinet here. There's actually 2 extra storage cabinets here. You need to store an umbrella or something, it goes right down in there. That goes all the way down behind the fire extinguisher.
Hold on.
Yeah. So you can store umbrellas in there or longer things, whatever you want to do. Your hiking poles can go in there. And a little bit of storage area there. We love, first of all, the hinges are very substantial. And second of all, these latches with the locks. These are, I think, our favorites right here. Now these are plastic. They do make them in metal also, but the plastic seems to be just enough. Now over here you've got, this is not, it looks like a 12 volt cigarette lighter plug, but it's not. You've got a USB-A and a USB-C here, and also 120 volt 2 twin outlets there. Very nice. And look what's up here, huh? Have we ever seen a microwave mounted over the driver's compartment? Nope, they put the microwave over here. Now it's a smallish microwave, but it's large enough to fit a dish, and it rotates like a standard microwave. I don't believe there's a convection oven there. And then the other side, a very large storage compartment. Look at how substantial those hinges are, and look at this. We love when they add this. It makes it so much more sturdy. They don't just do it on the large cabinets too. They do it on a lot of the smaller cabinets as well. And while we're looking at cabinets, let's take a look over here. As you can see, another largest, and this is all padded back here. Pleasure Way does it right. with their cabinets. It's just beautifully done. Even on these small cabinets, they've got these mounts, and also you've got a connection for your wine guard system, and the back walls are padded here. Now, a lot of times they'll carry this up into here just to save money. Nope, it's all padded back here. And it's nice LED lights. I love these little tiny LED lights. They put out an awfully great amount of light for how small they are. All right, you got your smoke detector and a vent up here. And we might as well move right on back to the bathroom because it's right back. Oh wait, I almost forgot. You've got basically a dinette, right? Well, no dinette would be complete without storage underneath. Look at the size of that storage. That's a great use of the space, and you could easily miss it because with the design there, it just looks like a regular design under there, so it doesn't look like a cabinet, which is nice. We like when they do that.
I like that underlight.
Yes, the lighting underneath. Thanks, Rose, for pointing that out. Also, you can see the inside of the window. It's got that easy-to-operate crank for the awning-style windows. Look at that. Very easy. With this removable screen here as well. Yeah, this is a very usable space. I think this is the first time that I've seen a forward lounge area, kind of a half lounge that I think is actually usable. Right inside the door, you've got your controller screen for every system in the RV. And it's nice placement here because you can see it from up here. You can also see it when you're standing on the outside of the RV without having to keep coming in and out when you're checking tank levels and whatnot. Also, it's very large for those of us who may have vision issues. It's large enough that we can actually see it. Now, we saw the microwave over the driver's compartment. Let's take a look at this kitchen. These cabinets, I love the curved cabinets. They're textured. That's texture. That's not just on the surface, and then also padded. So less jiggling and jostling around and rattling, which is always nice. You don't want rattle when you're going down the road. And they're very secure. They lock really well. Those things aren't coming open. Same design on this larger window, awning window. Easy controllers, removable screen. You got an induction cooktop here. It's kind of out of the way. And you see how narrow this is? But that's actually good because it makes this space in between seem a lot bigger. And with the curve of the bathroom door here, you can actually see it's like a curving kind of hallway to the back. I like that. It kind of makes it look a little larger in here than it actually is. Look at that sink, Rose.
Wow.
Stainless steel, rectangular sink, very deep, very nice. And here's that black Moen faucet that they were talking about. That's new for 2025. Awesome. Love them. Got the drawers here. Now, these are not tongue or dovetail joints.
Glued. Look like they're glued.
Yeah, they're very secure though. Don't let the fact that they're not dovetail fool you. They are very well put together. These are sturdy drawers, and it's actual wood. And then you got this huge drawer in the bottom, as well as a large storage area up under here with a shelf that's got this little beveled edge on there, which is nice to have. And then here's some controllers. There's your battery switch, the drainage for the sink, but you can store stuff around it, and some of your other microwave reset and induction cooking reset, what's the word I'm looking for? Breakers.
What's missing in this kitchen?
What's missing? The fridge?
I would have loved the extra counter space.
Oh yeah, but see, then it would have covered this. I think that's why they didn't do it.
I know.
But we always love to see extra counter space in here whenever you can get it. But having said that, for an RV this size, this is a pretty spacious kitchen. They've stretched this out. It's narrower, but they've stretched it out nicely, and you got some shelves here too. I mean, it's easy to miss these little shelves, but they're very useful. All right, coming around here, let's go ahead and show the refrigerator here. It's one of those tall, long refrigerators, not a separate freezer, but a separate freezer area up top. It's a pretty good size fridge for an RV this size. It's also got the breaker, the panel down there, the electrical panel. Let's talk about this bathroom. Because if you remember from the XLTS, they had a dry bath in the XLTS. Well, this is not a dry bath. This is a wet bath, all right? So it does not have a separate shower, but it is this is probably the largest wet bath that I've seen in an RV. I mean, the entire side is shower area. So if you're talking about a usual Class B, there would not be enough room to shower. But look at how much space I have because of the way they designed this. Now, you can only stand in this half, but you can spread your upper body out into all of this place. And there's a shower curtain here that goes across it. Yeah, everything here is going to get wet. You've got the mirror here. That's going to get a little wet, but all this stuff is made to get wet. You've also got the control screen here, right? And then you got this cabinet here.
Hey, do you have a twin?
I do. He's right over there. Also, you got your black Moen faucet even in the bathroom. A smallish sink, but how big of a sink do you need in the bathroom? Just enough to spit out your toothpaste. There you go. Little storage area underneath the sink. And you can see the venting there. And how about the lights? Rose loves these lights. All this reset accent lighting. You got the shower wand, shower controls. Actually, this is a usable wet bath. You're not like having to sit. You can stand up in here and take a shower. And it's quite a bit of room. And then Rose is pointing out the hooks over here. Also a hook here on inside of both doors so you can hang towels to dry. So a usable wet bath. So if you're dead set against wet baths, you may want to take another look at this because this might be something you might consider. All right, moving back to the bedroom now. You've got these huge storage compartments. Now this is a wardrobe. There's a place to hang your clothes, but there's also these 3 drawers. And each drawer locks and it's soft close. And they're very high quality drawers. Come in here and take a look at these Pleasure Ways and you will see that the cabinets are very high quality. Up underneath the bedding area, this is that wardrobe, but then there's also an additional storage area over here. And over on this side, you've got, those where the drawers are. This is a shallow storage area, but another storage area there. And also the controller for the water heaters back there as well. Okay, let's talk about this bed. Let's see. The entire back area is bed. I'm going to try to keep my feet off of it. I don't want to put my feet on the things. All right, this is a large bed. All right, I know it doesn't look like it, but it is plenty of space. They've got these pillows here right now, which I wouldn't use if I was trying to sleep. We would have to move the pillows somewhere else, but I can put my head all the way down. You can see there's a window here behind the bed. There's also a control screen right over there on that wall for all the systems, so you don't have to get out of bed. Cabinets over top, relatively deep. You've got that recessed lighting. You've also got up underneath USB A and C. They're using these shades, which these are the same shades we had in our Class B American Coach Patriot. We had never had any problem with those shades whatsoever. And look at the size of this TV and the sound bar overhead. So the TV's in the right place for watching TV while you're in bed. You've also got your shade in the back and even more storage space back here. This isn't the deepest, but it's about from not that far, maybe about 8 inches deep. Not bad. Now, the one thing that we don't like about the bed is the way it's set up here, going side to side. There's no possible way this person can get out of bed without waking this person up. Maybe that person can get out, so that would be your side, Rose. What? You get out of bed more often than I do. But yes, that is definitely a downside to this system.
The only other issue?
What?
The Widowmaker.
Oh yeah, there's steps here, but I gotta say, you know, we usually call steps in an RV of the Widowmaker, but you know that's there. That's more of a staircase than just a random step. I'm looking back here, and I also see there is a pull-out. Yeah, the TV can be pulled out, so you can watch it from up front in that other area. And let me show them the mechanism back here because it's pretty substantial. This is a full piece of wood. It's not just connected to the TV. Look at the piano hinge over there with the piston on there. Everything, all the wires are tied up really nicely, and the locking mechanism is very substantial. So it's not going anywhere. It's got the extra lock there, plus it's got this lock up top. So that's nice as well. Also, just overhead, last thing I want to mention is the AC unit there. Not ducted AC, but it's an AC that's central to the coach. Really very nice. So this is a new design for 2025 for Pleasure Way, and they've gone a completely different direction than the XLTS with this whole back area. The XLTS went with the single rear lounge, whereas this has two living areas. You've got the bed in the back, and then you've got the smaller kind of, we call that a half lounge in the front, because you're using the driver and passenger seats. So a very interesting design. Seems like a lot of space in here. There's a lot of move around space, and I can see what they were going for, having the two separate spaces. It does make this feel a lot bigger than just a larger version of a Class B van, which is sort of what the XLTS is. But if you don't believe us, we're going to show you now the XLTS that we looked at last year, but it's a newer model, and we're going to show you the differences. This is the 2025 Pleasure Way XLTS, and we talked about the changes from last year. The styling, this white color was available last year. I know we only showed you the silver color, which is right over here. These are the two colors that are available in the XLTS. They happen to have them here conveniently parked next to each other. That's a great thing. The white color is really nicely done, and you'll see the graphics on the back are very subtle. We like that. They didn't overdo with like these black triangles all over the place. We really like that. It's a very, it makes it look a lot more like one of those high-end rigs, because it is a high-end rig. We're going to talk about the outside again. We might as well start on the outside like we did on the last one. Got the same awning with the LED light strip on the outside. So starting here on the side, it looks like to be the same door that's on the XLRB, same step. Same flooring, we'll talk about that when we go inside. And the handle also got this same compartment right behind the door, as well as the window. No changes there. Let's go around back behind this sign. I'm going to slide back here. Here we go to the secret area. You'll see there is a door missing here. There is no rear garage on the XLTS. And when we go inside, we'll show you exactly why. But there is a storage area underneath, and it's a pretty deep one too. And again, it has that rubberized matting on the bottom to keep your stuff dry and to keep it from rattling around. The same windows that are flush mounted but awning style, keep the weather out. Very minimalistic on the back, just a white. This is beautiful paint though. It's a really nice paint job on here. The trailer hitch is all standard, pretty much standard. You see you've got the exhaust coming out. No exhaust for the generator though. I don't see that, and I'll have to let you know. It does have a generator, but the exhaust is over here. All right, just so you can see that. And then also a little bit different from the other model, you've got the outdoor shower here, the manual fill for your fresh water tank, your water heater is all back here at the back. And this is locked also, but I'm guessing, let me go under there and check. It appears to be another storage container, just like the one up front. You've got the smart plug, the new smart plug design that they talked about, which is city water fill. And behind this piano hinge door is the 2500 LP generator with the propane fill. Got your exhaust for your heater, and again, the gate valves and dump valve or dump tank. Now, I don't see a place to store the, oh, there it is. Thanks, Rose. Yeah, right here. We skipped right by it, but this is where you can store your sewer hose. So everything's here. It's just in a different place than in the other, but it's all in the right place, if that makes any sense. All right, let's go inside. So the first thing, let's talk about these seats. And there was a reason why a lot of times they don't turn these seats around when they're at the shows, like we mentioned in the XLRB. As you can see, with the seat turned around, this space becomes a lot less usable. I mean, yes, there's a lagoon table mount here, so you can put a table here, and if you spin this chair only partially, you can sit here and work on a laptop while you still have somebody using this chair. But there's, how do we say it, not much to see here, right? So it's kind of cramped in area. To call this forward area a lounge would be a huge stretch. I wouldn't do that. I would say it's extra seating for those times when you happen to have somebody visiting and you need a little bit of space for the kids. that's all I could say. But there is a 120 volt plug over here, as well as a USB. It looks like an A and a C plug right back here. And that's a plus. And the cabin is the same. The seats have that awesome leather finish. Just beautiful. It's a gorgeous RV. Right above the door, you've got a storage shelf here with just this little manual thing to keep things from sliding off. Little tiny cabinet here. Even a cabinet this small has got this kind of piston system. Not piston, but the, what's the word I'm looking for? It's got this, what's the word I'm looking for?
Just a strong hinge.
It's a strong hinge. Thanks, Rose. All right, and over top, all right, so the entire area above the driver's compartment is storage. It goes all the way back there. This is all padded. This isn't padded on the bottom, but it's padded in the top. And this looks like a door would be open, but it doesn't. It's just mounted there so that the curved look can continue all the way across. But you can use the entire space. The floor is beautiful. We've got the same kind of faux, what is that, wood? Mm-hmm. And also another compartment right underneath, right by the door, as well as a 120 and USB A and C. All right, let's talk about this kitchen, because when we were in the XLRB, I mentioned that the kitchen was different than a lot of the Class B style kitchens, that they just took the Class B from the van kitchen and they kind of made the space bigger. That's what they did here. This is the XLTS, so it's more like a Class B van. So the kitchen is in the same kind of location and format. You got the large sink with the Moen faucet, the induction burner here. No extra counter space that Rose likes, but it does have the controller in the same place. Storage up underneath the sink is ample. It's also got the lip on the shelf to keep things from sliding off. Always a plus there. Same high quality cabinetry. This is real wood. Smells like real wood. And there's soft close drawers and locking. So this is a very well done cabinetry. Pleasure Way does their cabinets right. We've said it before, we'll say it again. A couple 120 plugs here and the awning style window. That's behind door number 1, a large cabinet. Now you see how this is, yeah.
No bueno.
I worry about that. I wonder if this is adjustable. I imagine it is. But yeah, that's one of these things with these, that you want to make sure these things stay up. Now it has the same microwave that was in the other unit. The other one was, of course, over the driver's compartment. This one is in the more standard spot. So everything's there right where you need it, except for where's the fridge? See a fridge? Oh, there it is. Okay, right back here in the same position as the other. Same refrigerator, except this one comes stocked with granola bars. All right, granola bars and water. Awesome. But it's got not a separate freezer. It also has this storage compartment over top, which I don't believe the other one had, which is additional storage, and that is always a good thing. All right, let's take a look at this bathroom. Double doors. Now, I remember this bathroom from last year, so I'm wondering if they made any changes. I hope they didn't. They didn't. All right, a dry bath. Now, you can see it's only a little bit larger than the other wet bath, but just that few extra inches of space allowed them to put this shower in. Now, these doors we're not big fans of, but it is a circular space, so they had to do something. I'm going to climb up in here. Now, I'm 6'1" with my sneakers on. It's a step up into the shower, and you can see I've got plenty of room overhead. I would have to call this like a cruise ship. You ever been on a cruise, the cruise ship showers? That's about what this is like. It's tight. It's very tight, but...
I'm just going to lock you in there.
Yeah, lock me in here. It's tight, but it is a dry bath in this space. And to get a dry bath in this space, obviously the shower is going to be tight, but everything else isn't getting wet. On the positive note, look at the accent lighting, the shower wand, the Moen shower fixtures. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous design. On the other side, there's a lot of storage in this bathroom. These are huge cabinets overhead, locking cabinets. It goes all the way back there. There's a controller in here, just like in the other unit, so you can turn on your water pump. Moen faucet, small sink, and then 3 little shelves under there, as well as some storage space up underneath the sink. And of course, the toilet as your standard RV toilet and the vent window. So probably the largest, smallest dry bath that we've seen. That doesn't make sense. I think that this is the minimum amount of space you need for a dry bath. And they've maximized this minimal amount of space. Does that make sense? This is as big as they could make the shower. They've given us a dry shower, which is what we were asking for. We didn't want the wet bath. So thumbs up to Pleasure Way for listening and providing this, because this is one of the great features of this unit. Let's talk about this little step here. Now this is, again, another Widowmaker, but at least it's got the accent lighting. You can't miss it. A lot of times we're not fans of having steps halfway through the RV, but I understand why they did it in order to get back here to the rear lounge. And while we're talking about, let's talk about this rear lounge, because this, you saw the rear lounge in our American Coach Patriot if you've seen any of our old videos, and it's in a van-sized space. This is on the box-sized space, so much larger. And if these cushions look so soft to you, it's because they are. These are some of the softest cushions we've ever felt in a rear lounge RV. This is a slight texture on this leather. I don't even think that we would need a memory foam to go on top of this to be able to sleep on this comfortably, which is huge because we always in the van had to worry about where we were going to store our memory foam. This is way soft enough. And if you haven't figured it out by now, this couch is electric. It goes down, and this entire area is a bed. This is probably the largest bed we've ever seen in an RV this size. Look at how wide it is. You could use it either way. I mean, if you're really tall and you had to, like say you're 6'6" or above, you could sleep this way, no problem. Sleep this way, it's no problem. This is a huge bed. It's a huge area. Look at the size of this rear lounge. We're in the back, basically of a glorified van. Do you like my little dance, Rose? Yeah. So yes, as far as rear lounges go, this is one of the things that sold us. This is why this was number 2 for us, because it's a large amount of space in a very small footprint. Let's talk about the large amount of cabinetry here. Now, because this unit doesn't have the garage underneath, they have to have all their storage up in here, and they have quite a bit. This is not the deepest, but it is large enough to fit the covers for the front windows. And then even over here, very deep. And it goes all the way back to the back. Really large storage cabinets. If you come around here, we can show them the TV, the entertainment center. Just a small flat screen TV with sound bar, and also a controller for the unit. But it's right here in front of you. You don't need a big, large TV. As far as the hangout space, look at all the windows. You got these windows here. You got windows all the way across the back. Windows over there. I mean, look at us. Just look at the view from where we're sitting. It's nothing but windows. It's a nice open area. It's kind of bringing the outside in, which is a definite bonus. And check out these little, right next to the bed. You're always looking for a place to put your phone and your electronics. Look at these little flip up things. It's really, well, they just take that extra space and they make the most use out of it they can. Are they on that side too, Rose?
Yep.
Oh yeah. So very nicely done. Up underneath, you've got your 120 plugs on both sides, as well as USB A and C's on both sides. So if you're going to store phones and electronics in those, sides, the Widowmaker. If you're going to store phones and electronics in those sides, you can definitely plug them in right there too.
Hey, wait, you forgot one thing. What's that?
Oh my God, Rose, how did I miss that? I missed 2 things. Look at the size of that drawer. Oh my God. That is a biggin. That is definitely a biggin. And then you've got the lock for this. This is so you can make the bed.
Yeah.
And the mount for the lagoon table. Now, does this come up? There's the lagoon table.
There it is.
A storage spot for the lagoon table. That's also a great use of space. All right, now you saw that I kind of took a short tumble on the Widowmaker. That's the real reason why we aren't big fans of the steps. However, I think after a while you get used to the step being there. So not that big an issue. It's just we'd prefer not to have that step. Overall, the XLTS is just as we remember. Love this unit. It is so large for the footprint on the outside. I mean, this thing will almost fit in a parking space. It's a very compact, short unit, very stylish, very high quality. Pleasure Way does it right. When it comes to these units that are no slide units, it's very hard to have a big open feeling space without a slide, but Pleasure Way accomplishes it in the XLTS and the XLRB. They do it very well. Hats off to Pleasure Way. We are big fans of that brand, definitely. If you are in the market for a small Class B without a slide, we definitely recommend you take a look at these Pleasure Ways because you're going to be impressed. Now, that having been said, the pricing of these units is not cheap. All right, you are going to be paying a premium for these premium fixtures. I mean, look at the finish on the walls and everything. This is real wood. I mean, there's a lot in here. We can understand the pricing on the Pleasure Way models. That's not always true of other ones. Some of them we feel like they may be overpriced for what they are. We've never felt that way about Pleasure Way. Well, we hope you enjoyed that look at a couple of Class C RVs without slides. We're going to be doing another video in a week, and we're going to be looking at a few more. Until then, we hope you consider giving us a thumbs up for the video because it helps with the YouTube algorithm.
And subscribing?
Oh yeah, if you subscribe, don't forget to ring that bell for notifications so you'll be told every time we post a new video. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We'll see you in the next video.